Folks, we're in the mailbag segment. So if you got questions, we have answers. In the comment section, do hashtag Lions, hashtag whatever to get your question answered. I love doing this segment because it's all about you guys. You guys comment on my videos all the time. So I like to take time out of my day to take your questions. So the first one here is from Al Johnson. Should we use Hendon Hooker as trade bait? Goff ain't going anywhere for at least 3 more years, and by then Hooker will be off his contract. The question would be, who would trade for him? All I can think of is the Raiders. Jacksonville's not going to do it. But who in the Raiders would you get? You're not going to get Maxx Crosby, so I don't see that being an option. Miami, maybe they're looking, but Tua Tagovailoa, I heard, is coming back, so it doesn't really make sense there. Cleveland's a dumpster fire. I don't really see it. That's really it. So I don't see an option right there. I don't. Would I use it to look? In theory, look, if I could get, in which is not going to happen, if I could get a Maxx Crosby, yeah, I'll do it for sure. But that's just not reality at this point. So as much as I would, I just don't see that occurring at all. Why not J.J. Watt? Well, J.J. Watt said he's not doing it, and that was yesterday. He was live on the Pat McAfee show. He says he loves retirement. So that's why it's not going to be J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt said it yesterday. It's not happening. What do you think about the next man up and giving our own guys opportunity? John, 100%. And that's what they're doing right now. They're going to give their own guys opportunities, but the depth has been really hurt bad, guys. You know, Derek Barnes, Marcus Davenport, Aiden Hutchinson. Those are your top 3 pass rushers and not on the defensive line. Okay, so that's why you can do within, but you're going to have to get talent too. Craig Hogg says, do you think that Aaron Glenn will defer back to more safety blitzes? Yes, I do. To compensate for 100% Craig Hogg. Yes, I do. Yes, and more yes. That's what I expect them to do. You'll see some of that. Or a nickel blitz. But they'll get creative. That's what Aaron Glenn did last year. He's going to do it this year in this game. So, yeah, I see that, them being creative. Trade for Myles Garrett. Cleveland is in cap hell and needs a quarterback. They do need a number 1 or round 1 pick that they have for any quarterback. Look, in theory, I'll take it. Myles Garrett. But Adam Schefter said they're not trading him, and that was today. So I'm going to go with Adam Schefter being correct that it's not happening. And as much as we could say these names, teams got to be able to trade him away, and they don't want to trade him. With Hutch being out for the season, who will be our number 1 sack leader? Oh, man. That's tough. You know what? Let me go with Levi Onwuzurike. I'll just throw out a different name out there. I'll go with Levi Onwuzurike. It's hard right now. Whoever the Lions trade for maybe will be the guy. Hashtag 2 second-tier guys or 1 top-tier edge. Well, it's going to be, they're probably just going to trade for a 1 second-tier player. I don't see them doing 2-player trade. Let's see. Next question here. When he comes back from injured reserve, Craig, he's on the 4-week IR, and then we got to wait until he is 100% healthy. He was having something to do with his Achilles. And then we just got to wait for that. He's on the 4-week IR. Why is this? Okay, sorry about this, guys. My thing is messing up. See, Vikings give up the 4th highest sack rate in the company with 3 teams with a combined 3-14 record. It's going to be tough, man. Look, they do give up some sacks, but they got. It's all going to depend, I feel like, in this game on Aaron Jones, if he's going to play or not. That's going to affect, because they could just run the ball, but they pass a lot, too. Their offense also got a lot of deep routes. It's going to result in sometimes getting sacked. Do you think that Aiden Crutchinson will be on the sidelines with the guys soon? That's a terrible thing. I don't even want to really, man, No, not right now. He's just had significant surgery and a piece of metal put into his leg. So I think before he's gonna be in a probably a crutches for a while. Maybe in like a month you could see him, but I suggest give him time. Maybe you'll see him after that. But he's gonna need a little bit of rest first. Safety blitzes, they were get there in time. It's tempting, but it does more harm than good. It just depends on the situation, but it's going to happen, Al. It is going to happen. When is Broderick and Iffy coming back? We're just, well, one, we don't know. We don't know. There is zero idea of when these guys are coming back. Folks, we got 332 in the building. Let's get to 100 likes if that is humanly possible. I would be greatly appreciated if you can do that. Quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video here in about 1 second. Let's see if I get rid of this. And let's go. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time, the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for events such as sport events, concerts, comedy shows, or whatever. Their lowest price guaranteed. That's the Game Time guaranteed, which means you're always getting the best deals. And folks, let's keep it a buck. Going to an event is much better than being on the couch. The Lions face the Vikings on Sunday. To go to that game, you're going to have to go to Minnesota, but you can get tickets on Game Time. And our friends from Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks. And it filters out all the fluff to get you the best deals on tickets. So you can stop wasting time searching for thousands of tickets. So get started with Game Time right now. How do you find Game Time Picks? How do you get it? Well, open up the app and then look for the venue you want to go to, and it'll be in a 3D view. Select Game Time Picks button on top of the screen, and it automatically does the research for you and filters out all the tickets in the database to give you the best deals with the best seats, so you don't have to spend hours on different ticketing sites trying to find the best tickets. Want to get a deal? Go to Game Time right now, plug in Chat Sports, and you're going to get $20 off your very first purchase. Again, go to the redeem code section, plug in Chat Sports, you're going to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms would apply. You got to create and got to have an email to save that money. The link is going to be in the comment section and description of this video. So if you're buying Lions tickets this year, make sure using Game Time. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. All right, let's go ahead and get back to your questions here. And Rodney Ash says, any chance that James Houston gets a shot or just playing time? No, I don't see it a lot. Maybe he's part of the trade deal. If the Lions go get a pass rusher, maybe he could be used as a little bit of piece of there. He has not been good, so I really don't see it. I think that when it comes to James Houston, his time may have passed already in Detroit, from what I'm feeling. So, just because Maxx Crosby said he doesn't want to go nowhere else doesn't mean it's the truth, and he has to say the correct things that team think is possible. Except for Adam Schefter said today he's not going to get traded. Adam Schefter came out today and said Myles Garrett and Maxx Crosby are not going to get traded to the Lions. It was on Mike's show on ESPN this morning, Mike Greenberg, so on Getting Up. So I'm just going to assume it's not the case with that information. That's why I don't have it. Let's see. How about Trayvon Walker? Now, see, this is an interesting one because if you remember a couple years ago during that draft, it was rumored that, Aiden Hutchinson potentially could go first overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They ultimately passed on him. But Trayvon Walker was loved by our general manager, Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell. Matter of fact, there's rumors that the Lions would take him if he fell to 2, if Hutchinson went 1. Lions spent a lot of time with him in the pre-draft visit. So if the Lions were to make a move, to me that makes the most sense, would be Trayvon Walker. The Jacksonville Jaguars are trash, right? They're not going anywhere. The Lions they've already felt in the pre-draft process that this guy is probably a Dan Campbell in a Lions type of guy. So you have that feeling that is there. He's still on the rookie deal, and you could, and it's a cheap deal. I think that makes the most sense, and it's not going to cost a lot to cut Trayvon Walker, and he's good. He's the bigger body type that they like. They like that near 270. So I think that makes a lot of sense to me. to get a Trayvon Walker. Question here. Chicago is rumored to be shopping for an edge rusher. What happens if they beat us out for a potential get of last season? If they do, they do. You know, they made trade last year for Montez Sweat. They very well could make a trade for a pass rusher. There's not much that we can do about it, in my opinion. Hopefully they don't. But you could see what if they want to get Hassan Reddick. That could be a situation. You know, they're always doing that, right? The Khalil Mack. Ukwu is alive. Ukwu played. I like Ukwu too. So he's only going to get better. And I think this is an option for the Lions, right? If, you know, we did lose some depth there on the defensive line, but I think Ukwu can help out. It would be super funny if Trayvon Walker instantly becomes like a second Hutch. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh my God. Look, it's real. Some organizations, when you get drafted to their organization, they just suck. It doesn't matter. It just seems to be that way. It's cray-cray, if you ask me. Cray-cray. We got robbed last week with the Tim Patrick touchdown. Yeah, he was down before. I wish he would have got the touchdown, but his knee was down. Trey Hendrickson is 3. Put Vaki at the edge. He did play safety. Oh my God, don't do that. Hutch is good. They made plans for a wheelchair rush. There we go. The development is key. Our guys are getting better. Yeah, 100%. That's what it's all about. Another question here. Lions, we need Ufutu Malfanu back ASAP, so we have a box safety who can blitz. Yeah, hopefully he can get back at some point. Thankfully, we got great safeties right now, but hopefully he can get back. At some point, there's going to be injuries and stuff, and so and if he was playing high level last year, so I'm with you. I hope he can get back, and he is good at blitz, 100%. What is our current salary cap? Well, let me go to Spot Rack right now because I haven't seen. We are literally doing this live, so let's get these teams. Cap tracker. The Detroit Lions are sitting 5th in cap space with $28 million of cap space left. San Francisco's got 54. Cleveland is 2 at 44. Las Vegas is 3 at 37. Patriots are 4 at 35 million. Detroit is sitting at 28 million. That is 5th best in the NFL. If you're worried about Chicago, they are the 24th best team in cap space with only $253,000 in cap available. So the Lions are sitting really, really good, and that's 2024. Let's do 2025. The Lions are 5th best again with $87 million in cap space next year. 1 is the Patriots with 137. Wow. Washington with 123. That's a team you got to watch out next year because they're good this year. They got $123 million in cap space next year. Good God, that's a lot. Arizona with 115. The Raiders with 108. And then Detroit at 87. We're sitting at 5th best. And then Minnesota is right below us at $80 million for next year. Lions are sitting pretty. Let's go to 2026. Lions drop down a little bit. They're at $147 million at 18. So we've got money, folks. We have got money. So if you're worried about, did we do this contract there with Alim McNeill? It doesn't really matter. We got money to get it done.